Yeah, good morning. I think we're live now. They should be both on YouTube and Facebook. So feel free, guys, to comment. Send me some comments. I like to see them here on my screen. It's always interesting to hear from people. So, yeah, basically, this is the regular Brutal Assault 2025 live stream. I've been streaming a summary of each day since the warm up day, and in these videos, I try to kind of bring you the daily recaps. What was the good bands, what were the disappointments, and surprise bands. Bands that I discovered that I didn't really know before the festival. Which is great because Brutal Assault, for those of you who don't know, it's 150 bands over 5 days. So there is always plenty of new stuff that you haven't seen, and of course, a lot of kind of legendary bands. And yesterday, I saw bands like Paradise Lost, Mayhem. Uh, who else? Overkill, Asphyx. I mean, you name it, they were there. Dimmu, Borgir. And yeah, so in this video, I'm actually going to talk about how that was and the vibe of the festival and stuff like that. I didn't really have a lot of expectations for this day. I'm just going to start the video here behind me now. Um, didn't really have a lot of expectations to this day, to be honest. When I looked at the program before, I wasn't sure that this would be the day that I would be very happy with or the happiest with. And I think it actually might become that day. So it has a lot of surprises, and there was some seriously brutal show at the end. It's probably one of the best shows that I've ever seen in my life. And the disappointments yesterday actually came from bands that I didn't think would disappoint me, but and they didn't disappoint me a lot, but there was something that just didn't work somehow. I'm having a little bit of a trouble here with my hand. Sorry, there's a lot of these fucking armbands shit. It's impossible to have this on. So yeah, I saw 13 bands yesterday. I ate my usual burger from that amazing burger truck. The weather was amazing, and you will see in the video there was plenty of mosh pits. There was crowd surfing, and there was a frontman surfing the crowd with his guitar and knocked a beer on his head to open it. Some insane stuff. So you really want to see at least or stick around or fast forward to the end of this video because there's some insane scenes there. And I went into a wall of death and into a mosh pit, and yeah, it was crazy stuff. But let's get to it. The highlights of the day. Um, I would say maybe the first one was Asphyx from the Netherlands. Kind of an old school death metal band, but they're so old school. I didn't realize it, but my friend told me that they're so old school that they started in 1987, and that I think that does the trick for me because they're very kind of close to the whole thrash metal thing, and I love thrash metal. So death metal that is kind of close to the thrash metal, that's definitely not that's definitely my cup of tea, let's say. So Asphyx, they were really really good. Overkill, obviously as a thrash fan, I had seen them before. I knew what they were capable of, but they were even better there. And they got their bass player back because the last time I saw them, he was sick, and they had a standing guy. This was like relentless energy, and you just makes you wonder, why isn't Overkill a bigger band than they are? I mean, I know that they're a big band, but I somehow think when I listen to this that this band could have been so much bigger. Also, I would say Dimmu Borgir was cool. I didn't see the full set though. Just a little bit of a disclaimer. I was interviewing Hellripper when they started, so I just caught, I think, like the last 5 songs or something like that. But what I saw was really really cool. I mean, the show is amazing. Some of these songs are really good, and I think they actually so far at this festival have had the best sound of any band. It was just like, it was perfect. It was almost like you were listening to this in headphones, at least where I was standing. Now I yeah, so Dimmu Borgir were really really good. And then came a surprise that turned out to be one of the best ones at the festival, and definitely one of the best ones yesterday for sure, and maybe at the festival overall. And that's a band called Tsjuder. It's a Norwegian black metal band that I had never heard about, and I don't know even know if I'm pronouncing the name right. Tsjuder. It doesn't sound right somehow, but uh, they after because Mayhem wasn't really giving it to me, and they played before, and then Tsjuder came on, and they have this kind of very raw style of black metal and just relentless power and energy, and they're fast, like fast and furious. There's just 3 guys, like a drummer, bass player, and a guitarist, and both of them, the guitarist and the bass player, they sing, and it was just really, really, really good. I stood there the whole time to see, because yeah, it was kind of a thing that I didn't really want it to end. So I'm definitely going to be looking more into this band Tsjuder. Um, and then came the kind of the crown jewel of the night. That was Hellripper. Now I've seen Hellripper before, and those of you who don't know, it's a one-man project. I mean, he tours with a band, but the guy behind it is James McBain from Scotland. And I'd seen them before. That was good, but this stuff was just next level. The energy, the crowd control from James, it was just unreal. I mean, even before they started the show, he said, "I need to see some crowd surfing already now." And they hadn't even started the song, and people just obeyed, and they started sending people forward, over the crowd. I was crazy, and I have to give a shout out to the security, not just at this particular concert, but at the festival in general. I mean, they're keeping people very safe. These guys are really, really hardworking, and it's nice to see that, because I know that in a lot of countries, crowd surfing is kind of frowned upon, but here it's encouraged, and the organizers and the security guys, they kind of expect it to happen, and they definitely did a great job at Hellripper. Now, I also, yeah, I have did that interview with James McBain from Hellripper before they played, and he shared with me some exciting news. I'll be putting that interview on my channel on YouTube, and probably as well on Facebook, probably in a week's time or something. Because he told me stuff that is not public yet, and that's going to be interesting, how that comes out. Now, before we do the disappointing bands, then I want to talk about some of the surprises or the discoveries that I made. Those of you who know me, you know that I am always trying to find new bands. I have this playlist on Spotify called New Metal and Rock Weekly, where every week there is about 100 to 120 new songs from new bands, old bands, big bands, small bands, everything. And it's only stuff that is released that particular week. So if you want to get something fresh in your ears, then go to Spotify and find New Metal Rock Weekly. So I'm always looking for this at festivals as well. And so what I found uh, in the surprise category, or kind of new discovery category, was there was this Polish band called Obscure Sphinx. I don't know if I'm Sphinx. I'm not used to this word. We don't have Sphinx in Iceland. I had never heard of this band. It's kind of a post-metal sludge something, and it's really, really fucking loaded with atmosphere and drama, and some of their riffs are just hypnotizing. And I definitely will be digging into the catalog of Obscure Sphinx. They played at the Obscure stage. Maybe they took the name from there. And then another band that I had actually seen before live, it's Mantar. It's just two guys. It's a guitar and a drum, or drummer and a guitarist that sings. Well, they actually both sing. And they're both topless. And one of them has an AC/DC tattoo underneath his belly button over his private parts. And I had seen them before indoor. It was not great, and the whole gig there, I was kind of waiting. Where's the bass player? When is some more people gonna join this stage? But yesterday it just Scoria, just yeah. Yesterday it just worked. It was really, really cool. And I don't know how to describe this actually. It's kind of very raw. It's like White Stripes, but just cool White Stripes with nice music. Yeah, obviously drums and guitar, so it's kind of similar. But yeah, the sound is great, and I don't know how the guy on the guitar managed to get kind of a bottom or a bass into this music with just the guitar. It's really cool stuff. And then another band, there's a Czech band called Hentai Corporation. It's a very weird mix of kind of progressive metal and rock and stuff like that, and they kind of go all over the place. And I really like it when bands take some risk, and Hentai definitely takes risks, and it actually works out. I love it when it works out. I hate it when it doesn't work out. But this one is not pretentious. It's still kind of pure rock and roll. The singer is fun. He was smoking on stage. He was asking people to show their nipples, and then when the wrong people showed their nipples, then he said, "No, not you. This nipple there." Very politically correct, as everything here in this beautiful country. I love it. Yeah, so Hentai Corporation, definitely a band to check out. As for the disappointments, then maybe before we talk about that, I will be doing a video like best of, worst of, surprise of Brutal. after the festival, like a summary video like I did last year. I think like 15,000 people watched that video last year. So you might want to subscribe to the channel and like this video and stay tuned for that one when that comes out. Now, yeah, as for the disappointments, then Paradise Lost. I've loved this band. I love their songs. I've seen them many times. I will always go and see them whenever I can. I'm already buying a ticket to see them in the autumn as well. What a hair is this, it's kind of all over the place here. But yeah, Paradise Lost were kind of not on their day, it felt like. I mean, the sound was really bad in the beginning, and I just felt that it somehow lacked energy. But, it won't stop me from going to see them again in the future. And then Mayhem. I don't know, guys. I think this was the third time that I see them at some festival or something, and they just never somehow live up to my expectations. I don't know what it is, but they just don't seem to bring something to back up this legacy that they actually have. But it was cool. I mean, the stage and kind of the setup and all that. But musically, it just I didn't feel it somehow. So yeah, I think that is it. I think now we have on the screen we have now we have Hellripper there with me, and the stuff that is coming up now is insane. If you keep watching there, they're starting to play, and then you can see the crowd surfing, and then he goes out, James there in the middle, he goes out and serves the crowd with his guitar and knocks open a beer on his head. So today I'm actually gonna be watching Opeth, The Halo Effect, Hanabi. I'll be doing 2 more interviews. I'm going to interview Malevolent Creation. What the fuck is this word? Malevolent Creation. And The Halo Effect I'll be interviewing as well. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm curious to hear what have been the best bands and the surprise bands and the disappointment for you at this festival, if any. So please comment. If you see me at the festival, don't be shy. Come say hi. That's a rhyme. What a song. And the QR code up there in the left corner, that is the Metal News app, which is basically a free app where you have all metal news from all the major outlets in one interface. You don't have to browse different pages. You don't have to be on Facebook at the right time to see the story. You can actually just take control of how you see metal news. It's the number 1 app for your number 2 moments. It's perfect for that toilet visit. And now, there I am in the mosh pit on Hellripper. There was just a wall of death, I think. And I have some bruises from last night. So guys, stick around. I'll be doing that video, as I said, after the festival. So you want to take a look at that and let's see what's going on here. Okay, they just pulled someone up. And there he is, the man himself, James McBain from Hellripper, crowd surfing with his guitar and a beer. Insane scenes, guys. Yeah, let me know what you think, and I will see you guys around. Thank you.